President Trump says he promises to make America the Bitcoin superpower of the world. And I know, people are getting tired of hearing this because, of course, the crypto summit has happened and it's behind us, something that was highly anticipated, what people were expecting. It did not live up to the hype. But we need to remember there were conversations that did take place, behind closed doors. So in terms of, it was not live streamed. So again, what were those conversations? We do not know as of now. But, people are very fast to, focus on the negatives, but not look at it from, a different lens, which we're going to be talking about. Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the XRP family. If you're enjoying these XRP updates, do need you guys to smash that like button and hit that red subscribe button. But yeah, let's analyze and take a look at what's happening within the market. So as we are going into Saturday morning, you are seeing the retracement that we did see pretty much since last night playing out. So, sell the news event did take place, and of course, the crypto summit, according to majority of the crypto holders, crypto community, it was underwhelming, which of course has had an impact in a negative way, to the crypto markets, to be specific. But if you're looking at XRP, down 5.7% with the price trend sitting at $2.35, also down 4% in Bitcoin comparative valuation at 136.4 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at about $6.4 billion. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrencies. So look at this. Volatility shares files 3 spot XRP ETFs, XRP ETF, 2x XRP ETF, and 1x XRP ETF in the US. Some big things happening. And I think they also launched a leverage position, XRP ETF, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know in the comments. But again, you're starting to see all these things piling up. And what I mean by that is a lot of firms are coming for specifically XRP ETF. A few months ago, Solana ETF was, being talked about the most. But this time around, what people are not realizing is you're seeing, at a record pace, so much happening. And, of course, in terms of acknowledgement by the SEC for these filings, we have seen that happen. There's a lot of big things happening. Yes, the crypto summit did not go as a lot of people expected. As far as the crypto strategic reserve, we started hearing more about it. There's no such thing as crypto strategic reserve. It's more of a Bitcoin, strategic reserve. But, some of these other assets that were announced are going to be part of the stockpile, which again are going to be monitored by the U.S. government. But the fact that, the U.S. government is not going to be purchasing, these specific, assets has, really caused some people to, kind of get ticked off. But I still do believe in terms of, the pivotal moment, that's still taking place. We still don't know what happened behind the closed doors. There still could potentially be a time where we do see that major altcoin season that a lot of people are anticipating. Maybe some big news that, we do not know of gets announced, such as, U.S. projects, getting the tax exemption in terms of the capital gain tax getting rid of. But again, it's just still up in the air, obviously treated as speculation and with a grain of salt. But I think, people are very fast to, just take a look at, the smaller negative things rather than, to kind of focusing on, what's really happening within the crypto space. We need to understand just a few years back, I'm not even talking about 30, 40 years. So just a few years back, so much negativity was, for the digital assets. It's just like, it used to be not treated fairly, and we're seeing so much fairness coming in. And yes, I know people are starting to be like, Donald Trump has not lived up to what he has said. To be quite frank with you, in terms of overall, I gotta give where credit belongs. He has done what he said he would. Bitcoin strategic reserve has been announced, and he said clarity is gonna come towards the crypto industry. It's coming. Banks are starting to get the green light, which again we've been discussing. ETFs, SEC restructure, Gary Gensler gone. A lot of things he said actually are happening. People are very fast to, kind of forget that. But that's something that, we don't really want to be forgetting, when we are looking at it from a realistic perspective. And again, if that was not the case, you guys know your boy Crypto ZX is not going to shy away from, pointing that out. But that is where, credit is due. And I think, we need to obviously, point that out. But look at this, subjective views really pointed this out. And I think I really want to share this with you guys because it's so well said. So, it's wild to me that the U.S. Treasury Secretary recently highlighted stablecoins as a key to maintaining the dollar's dominance. And sitting at the same table in the CEO is the CEO Brad Garlinghouse of an American company that just launched its own stablecoin, which of course is RLUSD. It's enterprise grade, designed for institutional use cases like cross-border settlements, treasury operations, and real-world assets tokenization. It has a top-tier regulation, dual blockchain efficiency, and an institutional focus backed by Ripple's payment enterprise. Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin might be the strongest contender to help secure that victory. And again, in terms of speculation happening, a lot of people are talking because it checks all the boxes, right? And when it comes to big enterprises, that are wanting to use stablecoins, because stablecoins are being talked about so much. Banks are going to obviously come on board, as they have gotten that green light from regulators. Of course, you are going to see tokenization being talked about more, blockchain integration, crypto custody. Guess what checks a lot of these boxes? Ripple. And that is what a lot of people tend to forget. But we don't want to be forgetting these things, because these things are happening right in front of us, things that never happened in the history of crypto before. But moving forward, look at this. Once again, see this for yourself. Coinbase CEO has once again said, the crypto strategic stockpile, the Trump administration said, we're not going to go out and buy these if the U.S. government comes into the possession of those through some other mechanisms. They're going to hold it. So pretty much, the U.S. government, and again, if you understand, our reserve, they're purchasing, they're going to be purchasing, within their funds, wherever they're getting these funds from, and they're going to be purchasing Bitcoin. But, for the stockpile, they're not going out. They're not going out to specifically purchase XRP, Cardano, Solana. That's not the case. That's not what they're doing. But let's say, due to some fraudulent activities, that get seized, as to be expected. And, I think that's the right thing to do. If these types of things are happening, they have the very right to, seize these. And if that were to happen, they're not going to sell. So, if they get it into their possession, they're not going to go into the open market and start selling these assets. They're going to hold them. So in terms of that, and it's going to be, really nicely managed. And again, that itself, some people are, undermining that specific thing. And I still do believe that is quite a big thing itself, because, they're actually, holding on to these coins. They're not liquidating it. They're holding on to it because, of course, they understand that, the potential of it going up in the future is there. So again, very interesting stuff. Let me know down below what you guys think. But, there's a lot of positive things happening that, a lot of people tend to neglect. And these are things that, we don't want to be, forgetting, especially when we are analyzing. Always want to look at it from an unbiased perspective. And there is a lot of positive things that are happening for crypto right now. But with that said, let's really take a look at what's happening with XRP's price right now. So as far as the dominance is concerned, we did see the dominance going down to the 61.06%, but making its way up to 61.3% once again. We know what's happening with BTC right now. Bitcoin is sitting at the neckline, very, very key support line, as you guys know. Obviously, we got rejected at the 23.6. A lot of people underwhelmed, by the conclusion of the crypto summit at the White House, which of course has also had an impact on the price of Bitcoin. And obviously going into the weekend, we know more manipulation than usual tends to occur. So right now, we're sitting at some very important key support line for BTC, but the chances of us, of going down to the likes of 82.7 is still on the table, to believe it or not, because of course, we're not anywhere near where we really need to be, which of course where we got rejected out of. Of course, the 23.6 is where I turned bullish, but right now, there is still a chance that, we do make our way towards the downside if this support does not hold. But with that said, taking a look at XRP here, guys, XRP's price has, almost filled that wick that we just saw a few hours ago. So of course, we got rejected at the 23.6, which of course not a lot of people want to see, but it is what it is. You did see the price of XRP, almost, filling the wick, that we saw just a few hours back. We also saw a wick down to $2.25, which I still do believe could be on the table in the next few hours to come, especially if we don't hold where we currently are. And again, if you want to put that into perspective, that itself is a move of about, wrong measurement. So that itself would be a move of about around 4%. The chances of us going down to that level is still there, but of course, we do have significant amount of support around that range. If it doesn't hold, maybe, making our way down to the likes of $2 is still on the table. I know no one wants to hear this, but if we're talking about a potential retest for BTC down to 82.7, potentially even dropping below that, the chances of us going down to this level is, realistic right now. But, we need to be focusing on the bigger picture. Again, if this lawsuit does come to an end, there's a lot of rumors flying around. And again, April is, the date either way. Sometime in April that are the rumors flying around that, we do hear something regarding the specific case. But I think it's just a matter of time. It's sooner rather than later because, we're seeing a lot of lawsuits being dropped. And I do believe that itself is going to have a major impact on the price of XRP once that happens. And I think it's going to open, a bunch of floodgates. But again, we're going to take it one step at a time. Do let me know down below what you guys think. What are your personal predictions? Where do you see the price of XRP going? Love you all. See you later. Been Crypto ZX and peace out.